you two are getting rough. My mind just sounds like Shia LaBeouf. It says no, 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 no. Just no, 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 no. And every time I see him with you, my heart sounds like Shia LaBeouf too. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
this love to survive. Now when I look in your I feel paralyzed. Now I know it's over. I see you passing by, hand in hand, with your perfect light. My body goes numb, feels like someone cut my tongue. I didn't know my heart could die this young. Oh, now when I look in your I feel paralyzed. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper now? I gave you all I own, put you on this golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now, a little stronger now. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now, a little stronger now.
Okay. Well, greetings, tankers. welcome to the semi-finals of the 11th Clan Championship. Today, we have Penguins and Woodpeckers out on the battlefield. Hello, once again, I am English commentator Kenanahmed. I probably didn't mention this. It has definitely been a while. Salutations, everybody. Join with me today in the studio is Sammy4678. Hi, Sammy, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How
All
are
right.
you?
That's good to hear. I'm glad you're doing quite swell. So, starting off, well, let's just introduce the teams at least. Well, on the wood side, that's amazing. On the blue side, we have Woodpeckers. And playing for Woodpeckers today, we have Bogdan UKR, Tony Cruz, who we've seen before out in the matches. Tolakanikov V. I'm not going to try and say that. I'm probably butchering that a lot, so I apologize to him. Woody Dow, son of Kazah, and Person. So, it's interesting.
On the red side, we have Penguins, and we have final stage advice, GGWP, Ayla, Semifinals.
All right, yep. So that's going to work out pretty well. We are on the map Barda today in the medium format, obviously playing the capture the flag format today, which is going to be amazing. Already we've seen some good pushes. Advice coming in strong, trying to take the flag, but Woody Dow to block him. Person, Caleb coming in, providing some support. Advice does have that. He does have that double armor, so that's going to help him out.
It's going towards advice.
Yeah, but I think that's going to be a return, and yep, that is indeed. One thing about it, though, as we can see, there's not really anybody using supplies today. They have to be picking up, so they have to utilize the drops. They can't be drugging today, so that's all going to be on control of drops, maintenance of drops, etc. So we'll see how that works. So far it's been really quiet. 7 minutes in, 0-0. Just some shots being fired across the map. We'll see. See what happens.
It looks like they're trying to get the flag on the left with stage.
Yeah, I see that. GGWP final stage, something 22. Caleb's advice, even pushing for it. Something 22 has the flag, but good defense by Bogdan. Woody Dow blocking. Good coordination right there. Got a decent defense. One thing I'm going to point out, though, and you tell me what you think about this, Sammy. Caleb is using Wasp and Shaft. What do you think about that?
I mean, it can be good if he goes a little bit further, but no, close.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I understand that. It is pretty interesting, and I do kind of concur with you, as allow you to be fast and agile, and does let you do a decent amount of damage in a quick time, especially if you have some of those alterations that we saw released recently. That will definitely be beneficial. But right now, GGWP in final stage, making the push. Final stage using Isida with Wasp, gets killed by a railgun right there. GGWP running with it. Person gets a good shot off on him. GGWP running through the bridge with the flag, but Bogdan spawning. But you got final stage with the Isida to provide support. GGWP taking the flag from behind. We're just going to call him Tolo for now. Tolo with the railgun Wasp, running for it, but gets killed, and that's going to be the first capture, making the score 1-0. Penguins taking the lead, starting off strong. So, yeah, it's relatively interesting. Yeah.
And UKR is going flat, but there's people by there, so I don't think they're gonna make it.
Yeah, got taken out relatively quickly, and Caleb got that nice return. So I see Caleb's kind of doing that defense sort of move. He is kind of sticking to the sides and doing his best to damage everybody, but I don't think it's exactly working out in his favor, as he gets killed by Person, and then GGWP to obviously take out Person. Person. I like that name. It's kind of interesting. I mean, he is a tanker. He is a person playing on the other end, so he's kind of emphasizing that he is a person. I like that. But let's look in the chat for a second. Hi, everybody. How are you? Let's just right away. Who do you guys think is going to win for today's match? I'd be pretty interesting, or I'd be pretty interested to hear that. I apologize. My English is not working the best for me today. Something 22 making the push on the flag, but Tony Cruz with that Asita and Waz, very good combo. You're able to move around the map fast and heal everybody relatively quickly, so that works out for him.
He's trying to get to the flag, but it's too blue. I don't think he's gonna make it because one getting.
Yeah, so it's not exactly working out for him. Final stage coming in, trying to do that damage with his Wasp and Asita. Doesn't do probably as much as he expected to. Something 22 coming in and gets taken out by Tolo. GGWP going across the bridge, trying to make some shots at Kazaa, but that's not exactly going to work out for him. Or there might be a little bit of server lag on my end. That might have been on my end. I'm not 100% sure. But that definitely is something. And right now, GGWP, something 22 in final stage making the push, but final stage gets focused on, and you know that is a pretty good move from WooDPeckers' side, as he is kind of the main threat there because he can be healing his teammates who are making the push. So that kind of works out right there for them. Their defense kind of prevails at the end of the day. Something 22 making the push. Kazakh there to block, and like I said, not going to work out. Let's take a look in the chat. Okay, some people are saying Penguins.
The flag.
Yep, I do actually see that. Yep, decent push happening, but I don't think it's going to exactly work. 4 people right there defending. 1 gets taken out, but still works out at the end of the day. I see some people kind of leaning toward Penguins, saying that they're going to win. We'll see how that works. I mean, they have taken the lead. By the way, for those watching the stream right now, I did not mention it at the beginning. However, I will mention that in a few seconds. A little bit of a teaser for you right now as GGWP pulls the flag through the center, healed by final stage, backed up by his entire team, making the score. Yep, there you go. That was a lovely cap. Actually, pretty organized. I can see the coordination that they have over there.
And they have a good defense.
They do, and I like that because they're coordinated, they know what they're doing, and also friendly fire is on, so as you can see, Advice kind of uses twins to take out Caleb as he was relatively low on health, and look who spawns with full health right then and there. GGWP pulling the flag again, but gets a return. GGWP looks like the primary attacker right now, and final stage is really being a very good supporter right now with his Asita, really just giving everybody that health that they need, and you know, obviously making the move around. Something 22 has that double power. He's really powerful right now, as you can see.
He's getting healed.
Yeah, and he has final stage helping him out there, but Bogdan coming in from behind chooses to ignore him and continues with the attack, which with 1 minute left, I don't know. It's not looking that promising for WooDPeckers, at least. For Penguins, I feel like they might be taking this round. I don't know. What do you think?
I think so, because they are too like.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, they're 2 flags ahead, 30 seconds left. I'll say my usual phrase for everybody who's been here for a while that knows me. I'll say my usual phrase at the 15-second mark. But real quick, in that, because I didn't mention it, we will be dropping a few promo codes throughout the stream, so make sure you guys stick around. The promo codes will have some juicy... and
Just
yeah,
tapped another.
and you will...
A couple seconds.
Oh, I just did notice that. I don't know if I'm getting a little bit... Is that server lag, or is that a little bit of lag on my end?
I don't know.
Not 100% sure. But, yeah, okay, 3-0. Always getting... One thing I've noticed about Penguins, they always get that last minute capture. The last... but, yeah, 3-0. WooDPeckers behind. The overall score right now is 1-0. Penguins taking the lead. WooDPeckers slightly behind, but we still have a fair round to go. So WooDPeckers can easily make a comeback. I didn't say my usual phrase, so I apologize for disappointing you guys. Like I was saying earlier, we will be dropping some promo codes throughout the rounds. So make sure you guys stay and hopefully you guys will be able to win. One thing about you guys do not know, it is first come first serve, meaning that the first person to redeem is the only one who gets it. It's just every single promo code is only redeemable once. So, you know, so let's figure some things out real quick. In case you guys do have a little bit issues hearing us, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties on our end, so just give us a second. We'll be with y'all 2 moments while we get a few things set up. So, Sammy, are you excited for the rest of this tournament?
It seems like this could be a pretty good tournament. I mean, really good.
Right, definitely. Yeah, so I am pretty excited to see what's going to happen. I mean, Penguins is a really good clan. So is WooDPeckers, both very experienced. Both have done at least fairly decent throughout this tournament. And they are progressing, so we'll see what happens. Oh, that is a little bit of server lag.
Caleb has the flag right now. But Lola is gonna make it.
Yeah, maybe not. We'll see what happens. Personally, I believe that Penguins does kind of have a little bit of a better chance of winning this, as they're more experienced, and looking at the way they've been playing, their coordination is on point. Their control of drops isn't that bad, so it's looking promising for them. But WooDPeckers is still a good clan, and every person has the chance to come back. So I think WooDPeckers still has a chance. Nothing's over, at least not yet.
Person is going for the blue flag right now. Double damage, but we're not gonna get there's blue.
Right. And personally, I mean, I apologize for the, like I said, guys, we apologize for like the little bits of quietness here and there. We're just trying to figure out a few things. I could be we could have a little bit of server lag. Just our server connections are being weird currently, so once again I do want to apologize. Like I said, work with us, guys. Streams always have issues. Yep. Just bear with us. We will carry on. We're going to try our best to, provide this content. Hopefully tomorrow, in case I didn't mention, tomorrow we are streaming, so hopefully tomorrow's stream will definitely be smoother, and it'll run a little bit better. But you guys see what's going on, so I mean, what do you guys think? What do you guys think is going to take this? Right now it's 0-0. Pushing on 7 minutes now. We still have a little bit of time. One thing I do want to mention, though, is that right now, if you guys have been watching the vlogs, if you've been staying up to date, you'll know that a few things have been changing recently amongst the turrets. Primarily with the fact that you can't equip more than multiple alterations at once. So, for Hammer, for turrets like Hammer, I remember you used to have the Slugger and another one that gave you like 5 shots. forgot what exactly I forgot what exactly the alteration was called. However, you can't equip both of that now, which does affect gameplay a little bit. Alterations are, they don't exactly give you a boost on battles, but they do help adjust to your playing style. In this case, tell me what you guys think right now as we kind of figure this out. What do you guys think about these alterations? How do you think that they're gonna, affect gameplay, etc.? I think it's gonna make it more fair, as mainly with that being the case, you can only equip one now. Sometimes if you had two of them, that kind of didn't exactly. It doesn't exactly work out, if you know what I mean. Because sometimes it can give an advantage to others as opposed to others again. But right now on the battlefield, Caleb looks like he's hiding with the flag behind the base, giving it off to Advice, which is a good move. And then Bogdan also hiding, so it looks like we're at a good old standoff, a Molotov standoff, something I don't see as often. I see it a lot in Hunger. That's a very common place to have a standoff. Right now, Bogdan holding the flag. Ooh, Caleb trying to get that shaft shot, and yeah, doesn't exactly work out. But they're still holding the flag, so hopefully we'll see what happens. Bogdan kind of moving around there. But right now, looking at control of drops, it seems as if kind of lead them toward Penguins a little bit more. It seems that they do have a little bit better control. But right now, big push happening, but gets taken out relatively quickly. I think Bogdan will prevail. Nobody's really contesting Advice down there in the corner. Nobody's really making that push. He's just kind of cruising around, chilling. Nobody's really bothering him. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Same old. But yeah, so right now, I mean, like I said, guys, who do you think is gonna win? Kind of leaning more toward Penguins. Like I said, it's just the way it is. For those look in the chat, you guys are saying codes are not working. Like I mentioned before, the promo codes are only redeemable once, so it's the first person to redeem them will get them. So most likely, if the code is not working, it mostly means that somebody already redeemed them. Codes are legitimate. I can assure you of that. For what other promo codes? I believe right now they have premium in them. So that's kind of where we're at. I believe it's premium that is contained within the promo codes right now. So yeah, premium. Lovely premium, which actually, as you guys know, is actually pretty good to have, as recently they've obviously made some adjustments to premium. I don't know if they're actually in full swing yet, but as you guys heard in the vlogs, they have changed a few things with premium, especially during at least with stars, as far as I know. For that person asking, Awesome Pro, it's 0. It's not an O. Those are zeros, so it's gonna be TNK 000, etc. So that'll be that. But yeah, I am. So premium. Once again, guys, I apologize. Just bear with us. We are having some technical difficulties at the moment. We are trying our best to kind of figure everything out right now. Hopefully everything will be running smooth in a little bit, but it still looks like it's still 0-0. I don't see them coming back anytime. I mean, well, I can see a flag capture happening here soon. But I mean, there's still a decent amount of time left. Maybe we're pushing on about what? Let's say 2 minutes left. I mean, it's kind of looking promising. For Penguins at least taking this round again, as in, even if they tie, Penguins is still in the lead. So, just it's kind of working out for them. Once again, I in case I didn't mention, we are on the map Molotov today in medium format CTF mode. And basically, for those who do not know what the medium format is, I will try my best to explain it for you right now. Hopefully, you guys will be able to understand actually. But basically, you cannot use more than 2 of the same turret per team, not more than 1 Magnum per team, and you can only have 1 short-range turret per team, which either is Isida, Firebird, or Freeze. And Isida can only be used on a light hull. The hulls that you may use are light and or medium, which consist of Wasp, Hornet, Hunter, Viking, and Dictator. All modules are allowed except for unique ones. Micro upgrades are off. Alterations are on. However, in case you guys don't know, only alterations from a certain list are allowed to be used. So each turret has a list of alterations that are allowed to be used. So we'll go more into that later. Overdrives and supplies are off. And basically it is 6 versus 6. Flags are unlimited and weapon changes are on. So if you see anybody trying to coordinate, change anything, that'll work. But right now with 40 seconds left, Woodpeckers coming back, getting the flag, making the score 1-0 right now. It is looking promising for Woodpeckers. Maybe they can get a tie, so it might be 1-1. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But there you go. Woody Dow making that push. Don't know if he's going to get it, though. GGWP puts up a strong defense, and Assertive gets that return. So, you know, that's kind of where we're at right now. But we're 14 seconds left. GGWP racing for it. Is he going to get it? 9-8-7. Boom. 1-1. GGWP comes in clutch. Last second. Makes it a tie. Hence, Penguins still taking the lead. Score 1-0. So that was really good right there. Strong comeback, really strong. So good job to them. I believe we are going to be switching maps now and moving on to, I believe it might be, and you know, if I am wrong, it's going to be the Gabuka. I can't. I'm sorry. I sometimes butcher things. You guys have known me for a long time, so I tend to butcher things. Medium format, CTF, Gabuka, so Gubaka. Okay, we'll see how that works. And obviously I'm being made fun of now, just because, you know, I tend to butcher names. Thank you guys. Really boosting my self-esteem out there. But once again, for those who are just joining us, we are streaming the semifinals of the 11th Clan Championship. Excuse me. We have Penguins and Woodpeckers out on the battlefield right now. I am English commentator Kenanahmed joining you guys in the studio today. Right now we'll be having some other commentators kind of come in. Like I said, we've been having a few technical difficulties, so it's not exactly working out for us, and I do apologize for that. It's just the way it is. Right now, shout out to all 95 of you watching. I know there was like 100 something at one point, so you guys are doing an excellent job. Really appreciate you guys being here supporting us today throughout the stream. We are not done yet. We will be streaming a little bit more, but I believe it's going to be 2 more maps in medium format in capture the flag mode. So it's not over yet. Stick around. We will be giving promo codes out throughout the stream. I believe we might be giving out like 2 every single round. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. That's not up to me. That's up to our broadcaster, who is Unknown Angels, also known as iOptic. So give a shout out to him. From what he's told me, he's really been missing you guys spamming him with those friend requests lately. So I would really recommend that you guys give out some, you know, lovely friend requests, and maybe he might drop a cold box for you out there. Hopefully, maybe, not 100% sure. But he does miss you guys spamming him. So I would really recommend you guys kind of spam him with those friend requests. He loves them. Yeah. So right now, like I said, guys, we're just kind of in the intermission stage where we're just waiting for the other map to get created. But, you know, like I said, thank you guys for joining us here today. And once again, for those who are just joining us, in case you don't know what the medium format is, I will run through it once again. Turrets. No more than 2 of the same turret per team. So you cannot have more than 2 of the same turrets per team. You cannot have more than 1 Magnum per team. You can only use 1 short-range turret, which consists of Aceta, Firebird, or Freeze. And in the case Aceta is used, Aceta can only be used on a light hull. The hulls that are allowed are light and medium, which consist of Wasp, Hornet, Hunter, Viking, and Dictator. Modules, well, all of them are pretty much allowed, except for unique ones, which consist of Spectrum MA, B, and C. Micro upgrades are off, alterations are on. However, once again, there are only certain alterations that can be used, that can be in use throughout the match, and they are in a list compiled together. So I will kind of mention that in a bit. And then we have overdrives and supplies being off. And then it is a 6 versus 6, and then basically the flags are unlimited until the timer ends, and then weapon change is on. To run through the list of alterations that are allowed for Firebird, you are allowed to use the compact fuel tanks and or the high pressure pump. For Freeze, you can use the high pressure pump. Actually, there's 2 of them. So high pressure pump for Freeze and or the corrosive mix. For Aceta, you may use the broadband radiators and or the support nanobots. For Hammer, you may use Slugger and or the high capacity ammo clip, which I believe is the one that has 5 shots in it. That's what I always used to use, which I love, and now I miss it very much. So for Twins, Plasma accelerators and or stabilized plasma. Ricochet minus field stabilization, I believe I do have that one, and or destabilized plasma, along with Smokey, which is assault rounds. I think that's the one that has less damage with more critical damage, and it fires faster. I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong. But the high precision aiming system Striker, alterations are forbidden for Striker. And same thing with Magnum, alterations are forbidden. For Vulcan, reinforced aiming transmission Thunder, sub-caliber rounds, and or small caliber charging machine. For Railgun, reinforced aiming transmission, round stabilization, and or large caliber rounds. And for Shaft, short band emitter and heavy compactors. Compactor? Is that how you say it? I'm not 100% sure. See, guys, I'm trying. I'm trying, guys. Yeah, so I can see that codes are given only during rounds. That is correct from the Fast 900. We are only giving promo codes throughout the rounds. And I believe we're actually switching to CP, so capture the flag. So, yeah, that might be that. Not 100% sure. Let's actually get in. So I believe it's going to be CP though. So it is going to be capture points. Like I said, guys, we're trying our best to kind of keep up with all the information right now. Kind of a cluster, all together. So we're trying our best. Yes, I promise I will say the hacker joke eventually. Just not right now, because I can't really say the hacker joke right now as it doesn't really apply. So we're going to have to wait until, the the end of the match at least. But right now it is going to be interesting. So not every day you see capture points on Gabaka. I think is that right? Am I saying it right? I think I'm saying it right. I hope I'm saying it right. Gabaka. I'm just gonna stop. You guys know what map it is. You'll see it eventually. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So we'll leave it at that. You guys will be able to figure it out eventually. Sometimes my pronunciation just does not work for these maps. But I think I'm saying it right. So hopefully I'm saying it right. But basically, once again, we are on Gabaka in capture points. So there are 4 points: A, B, C, D, and E. So yeah, that'll work. So we'll see what happens. I'd like to think that it will work relatively decent. And I apologize if you guys might hear banging in the background. A little bit of construction going on around my area, so not much I can do about it, but hopefully you guys don't hear it. Yeah.
Hello, Kenan.
Is that Balsa? Hello?
Hello.
Salutations. How are you?
Very nice. How about you?
I am quite swell. Nice to have somebody else here with me in the studio. Like, I know we're having some technical issues right now, so
Yeah, we've had some problems, but now I guess it's all fine and we'll continue normally. So, what do you think from the past two rounds? Do you like how Penguins and Woodpeckers play, or there's one team that's outplaying the other?
Personally, I think it's kind of tied. Penguins does seem to kind of have the upper hand. But looking at both of their history, I'd like to say that Woodpecker still has a decent chance. I do not like to speak on it for sure, just because we never really know what's going to happen until the end of the round. So I don't like to exactly choose sides. But I do think Penguins has the upper hand a little bit, but I do think they're kind of evenly matched with Woodpeckers, as they're both very experienced, both have good coordination, as we've seen, and both know what they're doing. So I think that that's the main thing that kind of matters.
Yeah, true, but like Penguins have more experience with tournaments, and I mean they have better achievements. Like Woods were never like top 2, 3, but Penguins were top 1 MOS, and that's so good. It's great achievement, and it must mean that the team is very, very good. So about Woods, I'm not sure. They are old clan also. They are older than Penguins for sure. They even played in Starladder, but I'm not so sure if they ever did something better than Gladiator. Though that's not bad also. That's actually good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we'll see what happens. I think, like I said, throughout as we go on, we'll see, what happens, who has the better hand. I mean, it's just a matter of time. There's still a little bit more rounds before it's completely over. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, I think Penguins has a decent chance, but they're kind of evenly matched by Woodpecker, so it's too soon to speak.
Yeah, it is too soon to speak, so we just need to watch them play the other rounds and see who comes out winner.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, this will definitely be pretty interesting. To see. I'm kind of indifferent right now about who I'm kind of rooting for. I tend to, not root for anybody. But
well, we are English, so I guess Penguins is our favorite.
Yeah, I mean,
because they represent our community, right?
That is true. That is true. But personally, I don't really worry about it too much. I mean, I do kind of support them, but it's just it's a matter of who, it's like even though they represent our community, I don't like to kind of show favoritism toward one team or pick one over the other, etc.
Yeah, that wouldn't be correct from our side.
Yeah, exactly. So that's just the way it is. But we'll see what happens. I think it's a time thing. Only time will tell what actually happens.
Yeah. So we are going close to third round. It's CP. Yeah. What do you think? Like, do you think Penguins also have advantage in this mode? Or you think Woods will be a bit better and maybe even beat Penguins in the next two rounds?
Modes wise, I don't exactly know. I mean, I do know that Penguins has had a little bit more experience from what we've seen on stream, at least, with capture points. CTF is just the standard for everybody. So I feel like, at least whatchamacallit, they, both know how to work CTF, but CP is not something that is played as often. So,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can definitely say that, I do lean a little bit toward, um, just a little bit toward Penguins, for this at least, just because, like I said, we've seen them kind of play before. They know what they're doing to an extent.
Yeah, they
So
have great teamwork, and also they play so long time together, and they can play any format just if they have teamwork and if they communicate with each other in a right way.
right, and I mean, this is right now. This is more close quarters, so we're gonna see a lot more, short range stuff being used. Everybody kind of
Yeah,
getting in each other's face. I believe we're actually did we? I believe we switched to the hard format. Yeah.
yeah, we did. So hard format is very good side for Penguins. I mean, good format because they did play in last CC and came top 8. I think even passed to top 5. Not so sure because it was last year, but they have also a lot of experience with all the formats, and I'm sure they played on trainings all of the formats just to be sure that they are decent in any of them and they can play against anyone.
Right. 100%. So yeah, I believe we are in the hard format. So let's take a look at the hard format for a second. So for those who do not know what the hard format is, at least in hard CP format, basically for hard CP, all turrets are allowed except Magnum. No more than 2 of the same turrets can be used per team. So um, that's pretty much self-explanatory. Aceta, Firebird, and Freeze, you cannot use more than 1 of the same turret, so basically you cannot use more than 1 of the same short range turret per team, which obviously consists of Aceta, Firebird, or Freeze, and Aceta can only be used on a light or medium hull. All hulls are allowed, and you cannot have more than 2 heavy hulls per team, and heavy hulls are Titan and Mammoth. All modules are allowed except for unique ones. Obviously, it is capture points. That's the mode. Micro upgrades are off. Supplies and smart supplies are on. Alterations are on. Obviously, you can only use them from a list. And it is a 7 versus 7 with an unlimited score, and weapon changes are on.
Yeah, so as we can see, Penguins have a little bit lead, 4 points, but that's not too much in this mode. It can easily be taken over, so I see Caleb going to point E, where he's taking the point by himself. Penguins are doing very nice control in this mode, and surprising, like, playing very well. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they are doing relatively good. But however, like you just said, in the capture points mode, you can have like the score could be 30-0, and then like within a minute, it can be changed because the way the capture point system works is so different. Like as you're getting points, it's taking away from the other team compared to the old days where once you got the points, it would stay the same.
You can't lose them. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. Now,
So I think, yeah, say.
yeah. Now you have the chance of losing the points, and it kind of being given to the other team, and them also gaining points at the same time. So it does make the gameplay more diverse and much different. Um, but I mean, like I said, right now I'm not really I'm not looking at anybody kind of doing better right now, just because. First of all, supplies are on. Smart supplies are on, etc. And furthermore, the score can be changed within, like 2 seconds. So that's kind of where I'm at with that.
Yeah, so for now, Penguins got 3 out of 5 points, and they get like 1 point up in every half minute. That's not so much for a lead. For a lead, you can say we are winning. And in past CC, Like there were teams playing 10 to 1 point, and in final minute they take over all points and just take over the game. Like
Yeah, I mean,
it was
I will
it was
say,
deciding in most of matches.
yeah, I will say one thing though, and that it does look like Woodpeckers is kind of making a comeback. As we saw, the gap was bigger. Now it's kind of getting smaller, and the points are getting closer together. One thing about CP, especially in hard format, the fact that you can use supplies, etc.
Yeah.
It's close. It really is close. The match always at the end kind of ends up being close, in my opinion. Unless one team is dominating the other, in which case I don't see this happening here just because both teams are coordinated, both teams know what they're doing, they're both very experienced. Then obviously you have a bigger chance of losing. But right now, 12 to 18 and getting closer, I don't see it, man. I think it's going to be really close at least.
Yeah, well, as you said, when two good teams play CP, it's most likely like 2 to 3 points difference at the end. Even there's so many situations where there's tie result on the end of CP. Like CP is more likely to be tied than CTF.
Yeah,
It's just a format where people just go points, and sometimes points don't have any player over there. So team takes over 1 point, then other players come to the other point, and they just take over the situation for a few minutes until the other team spawns.
right. And I do agree with that. I mean, it's it's going to be a matter of just kind of you know doing your best, trying to capture the points. I would say kind of splitting up your team, but at the same time you don't because as you can see, people are really focused on certain areas, and everybody's going for it. It looks like control of A is like the main center. Everybody is just kind of trying to go for A and defend A. As we can see, like, see the Sun has always been sticking around A with the Titan and Twins and trying his
Yeah.
best to do what he can.
Did you notice that penguins always have at least 2 points in their position?
Yeah, they've been managing relatively well. However, like, I mean, there's only like a 4 point gap right now. So I mean, it's really close. And I mean, I could say Woodpeckers is slowly but surely catching up.
Yeah, they're returning to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Not really a takeover because they're not positioning 4 out of 5 points. They are coming up slowly with holding 3 out of 5 points, as penguins did in first part of the match.
right. And I mean, looking at it right now, there's about let's say a minute, 30 seconds left, 2 minutes, and I mean, it's only like what 28 to like 24. Like right now,
Well,
it's really close.
do you see? Penguins have 4 out of 5 points.
Yeah, I do. And I mean, they're doing really good. They're jumping up ahead now, and as you can see, I mean, it's getting closer to the end. So,
Yeah.
it's kind of this is where it's all counting right now. Like the last couple of minutes where you have to hold on to it because if you don't, you can easily lose it. Like right now, 26 to 31, and like it's close. I mean, right now, we'll see what happens. 1 minute left. 27 to 31, 28 to 31. Woodpeckers is increasing it. The gap is 3 points. 1 minute left.
Yeah, but
It's-
penguins holding 4 points right now. That's amazing, and that's very, very good for them and bad for woodpeckers. Okay, but I see Woods taking 2 points, but Advice is keeping the point C, and there's a Woods player coming to the point B. Okay,
yeah, but
so
even then, it doesn't matter about like even if they control these points, look how close it is right now. 29 to 30. One gap.
it's so close.
I know, like it's like right there. So I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm really, really excited to see.
Yeah, also, like, we can't know what will be the result, who will win until the end, like, until it stops. This is so intense
Yeah.
format.
So I mean, I'm gonna lean toward Penguins taking this. So with
Same, but
with 10 seconds left, unless you're a hacker, you're not gonna win.
You're a hacker.
We're saying the classic hacker joke. So
Yeah.
taking this round once again, making the score 2-0 overall.
2-0. Yeah, that's a pretty nice lead.
Yeah.
So now, yeah, now Woods will have to try harder to win other rounds. Very,
Definitely.
very harder. I think we will see better play of them.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I think that, you know, I mean, in CTF we can always talk about sides giving an advantage, but in CP
Yeah,
you can't talk about sides giving an advantage because in capture the flag, you have your flag in your base, you have obstacles that you have to get through to deliver the flag to your base. In CP, it's all over the map. So you have it like on one side, you have another one on another side. Like, it's just, it doesn't matter where you spawn. It just matters about going and getting to the point as quick as you can.
it just matters at staying alive on point and capturing it, to be honest. That's all what CP is, but when you have two good teams fighting for point, it's almost impossible to take over point if you got like two players on one. They defend like so hard. As you saw, Penguins kept the point A for so long time.
Right. And just to add on, right now, as we're going into, I believe it's the fourth round of the semifinals that we're playing today.
Yeah,
Right now,
it
you
is
can
the fourth
see,
round.
yeah, right now you can see Penguins is 2 points ahead. So if Penguins ends up winning, they will actually just, if they win this round, they take it all. There's no point in continuing because it would have been so many points. Now Penguins takes the lead. So
Yeah.
looking at it right now, you know,
If you guys
kinda,
didn't know, if Penguins win this, they go to the finals, and because they're in finals, they're like sure to get one top 3 paint, millions of crystals, and maybe if they come first, they can get a super prize. That's tablet from our partners.
right. And right now, I mean, so if Penguins does win this, they'll go to verse Synergy or Eternity Advanced in the finals, as you said. Right now, I'm not 100% sure. Um, like looking at it, I believe right now, if they lose, or if WooDPeckers loses, I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, they would be in the fifth. They would be guaranteed the 5th to 8th place prize, which consists of 3 million crystals per team, and for each player, battery,
Yeah.
a 750 batteries kit, along with 15 gold boxes and the gladiator paint. So already, even if they lose, they're getting the gladiator paint, which isn't bad. I mean, it is a special paint. It's a nice paint. So, you'll go to move on.
Yeah. Well, that's a really nice paint, and I don't think they would be mad if they get only Gladiator because they did well in this tournament. Penguins were just better if they win, and they just have to move on and wait for another tournament to come up.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like I said, 5th to 8th place prize is really not bad. I mean, imagine this: 3 million crystals in your garage per player. Like, I mean, I don't know. What would you do with 3 million crystals? I mean,
With 3 million crystals? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Like, that's a lot of crystals. You can buy anything you want.
pretty much. I mean, like that's a decent amount to get some stuff, and that's not even counting the 15 gold boxes you're gonna get, the recognition you'll get with the gladiator paint, 750 batteries for your drones, which is every minute a battery is used, so you have 750 minutes of battery time.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot. So, and that's not even including the crystals that they will be earning when they play, like on their own time. So I mean, it's adding on. They can get a lot of rewards out of this. So, I mean, obviously they want to continue playing to move on, so they can get more.
More prizes, yeah, better
Exactly.
paints and everything, but like they are okay with this, I think.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Well,
I don't know.
they can't be just saying it's not enough because it is enough. Like most people
Right.
dream to come here and play on live stream, get the gladiator paint, crystals. That's just very nice experience and everything.
Exactly. And once again, for those who are just joining us, we are streaming the semifinals of 11th Clan Championship. And out here on the battlefield today, we have Woodpeckers versus Penguins. Right now, Penguins in the lead, score 2-0. If they win this round, they take it all, and they move on to the. But basically, we are on the map. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna try and say it. I'm probably gonna butcher it, but it's gonna be. I believe it's what is it? Gabaka?
Gubaka.
Gubaka.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gubaka.
Gubaka.
Yeah.
And that is in the hard CP format mode, which is a pretty interesting format to play. So yeah, I mean, right now they're fighting for a decent.
Yeah, as we see, Penguins already got pretty nice lead, like 10 to 11 points all the time. That's really good for now. Like they can take. They can stay like this if Woods don't start playing aggressively, which I don't see. They're just coming and dying to Penguins players, which are controlling the map. Right now we have Penguins on 3 points, but Woods are pushing to all of them, and
Yeah,
I'm not
I
sure.
mean,
I can't say the outcome of this round because it's intense, very intense.
yeah, I mean, Penguins is taking the lead. And I'm not gonna lie. From what I know, Penguins has been training pretty much daily to get champion. Like their Penguins would be pretty pissed off if they don't. And I mean, I can understand. I mean, if you train, daily, every single day to get the champion thing, and you don't get it, I mean, that would be a pretty hard loss. But knowing Penguins, and knowing their gameplay, knowing how they play, knowing what they do, I feel as if they do have a decent, they do have a very good shot at getting champion and getting that first place prize, which the dream prize,
The dream prize,
32,
yeah.
32 million crystals and a 20,000 rubles voucher in the tanky shop per team, and for each player, 100 containers, champion paint, gladiator paint, Spectrum MA, which offers 25% against everything, and a tablet from Prestigio.
That's just amazing, man. Who can resist the prize, man?
Yeah. And real quick, I just noticed like a discrepancy I had made earlier. It's actually 3 million crystals per team if they
Yeah, per
lose
team.
right now. So that's the 5th to 8th place. But for each player, they get 750 batteries along with 15 gold boxes and the gladiator paint. So it's going to be 3 million crystals to split amongst the team, which is still really good. And like I said, 750 batteries, 15 gold boxes, and the gladiator paint per team. I think that speaks a lot.
Yep, that speaks so much because, like, 5th place, it's nice to be called 5th clan in tanky in old game. Like, people will know who you are and just say, "Oh, look, it's Gladiator. He knows how to play. He's good. He played CC11." Well, that's also nice to hear for players, and it's nice for normal players to see Gladiator in map in their team, especially to say, "Oh, I can relax now. I got Gladiator in my team." At
Yeah,
least I was saying like that when I was low rank.
100%. And now look at this comeback. Look, do you see this? Look at that. Excellent comeback right now. 21-25 and increasing. I mean, 3 minutes left. I don't
The
know.
magic of capture points. Yep.
I know. Yep. And Woodpeckers really pushing on it. I mean, that's amazing.
I told ya they will be trying harder to get next round in their
Yeah.
possession, so, because they really need it, and as I see they're trying very, very hard to get that top.
Yeah, and I mean, right now it's 24-29, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. It's still anybody's game. Penguins is making it, a slower comeback now. 26-28. It's coming back. Scores are coming closer together, but Woodpeckers just had a giant leap right there, which did help them out in a big way. So
Yeah, well, they did dominate for a minute or a little bit less, but that improved their lead and really helped them get back in this match.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely interesting. I'll give you that. Let's see in the chat. Yeah, I'm looking in the chat. Yeah. So basically, you only have your reward paint for a certain amount of time. You don't always actually.
Uh, I like when you get Gladiator, you have it for 3 or 4 months because like it's Clan Championship now, and in March or April, it will be Master of Swords. So you lose Gladiator before Master of Swords, and then if you win it again, it stays until Clan Championship. But like if you get
Yeah.
Gladiator on like tournament like Domination Series or yeah, it stays exactly 4-5 months. I'm not sure, but Champion stays until next Clan Championship. Champion, Silver and Bronze, the new animated paints.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, it always depends because I mean, it's always up to the referees, etc.
Yeah.
That's whatever they do, however they split the prizes, whatever they do with them, that's up to the administrators and the ref. That's not something we
Okay,
really.
so we see Penguins coming back. As we see, they've taken the lead again. So Woodpeckers will have to try do something in this last minute.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if Penguins takes this switch, it's looking pretty promising.
It is looking
they're
promising, but we can't know. It's only 3 points lead, so we can't say anything before it ends.
Yeah, it's almost there, but I don't know.
Penguins keeping the point safe, but yeah, as we see.
Yep. So 33-32, Penguins taking it, meaning that I think they take it all. Moving on to the finals with 1 point of a gap, 33-32, like right there. Woodpeckers literally, even if they tied, like that was so close, 33-32. So
both teams played well. Like we can't say one team outplayed the other. Maybe Penguins maybe outplayed Woods in CTF, but like in CP, I can tell you like 100% that both teams played very, very well, and I think they should be happy with the play they did. And I don't know. I think Woodpeckers go to the lower bracket and have another chance.
yeah, so
they have it.
Yeah,
They
so
got other chance, of course.
it's still not over for Woodpeckers. They still have a chance. But right now, Penguins will advance to the finals to verse Synergy or Eternity. Advance depends on who wins their match, etc. But shout out to the teams for playing today for us. Good job to Woodpeckers. They still put up a hell of a fight, but it's not over for them. Like I said, they still have a chance to come back into the finals and win first or second place. So, good job to them. Congratulations to Penguins. Thank you, all the viewers, for being with us here today. I know there was like 100 of you at one point. Now we have 70. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the promo codes. Once again, real quick, we do want to apologize. We haven't been streaming that much lately. Obviously, we're all human, so we have schedules that come in the way, and a few other things have been hard to schedule. Times don't kind of match up. So, we do apologize once again for not being able to stream. We will try our best to stream a little bit more. We do have a stream tomorrow at the same time, so make sure you guys tune in tomorrow to see that for more promo codes and more excitement. In regards to Sandstorm, we don't have any plans to stream it yet. we will try our best to hopefully do something, but we don't have any plans at this time. So bear with us, guys. Once again, we do want to apologize for the audio issues throughout the stream, but thank you all sticking up with us so much. We really do appreciate it. 60 of you right now. So, like I said, guys, thank you. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the referees, and we will see you guys on the battlefield. Balsa, thank you very much.
Thank you. See ya.